Hi friends, welcome to Ahlu Arts channel. I am Uma. In this video, we are going to see how to make this beautiful toran or door hanging. Very simple and very efficient and very easy. Okay, so I haven't completed yet. I was just calculating on how to explain you easily to calculate how many number of chains you have to do. So I have kept it half done. This is the elf square I have done. I will share the link in the description, or you can do any granny square. I will share the playlist. You can choose any granny square you want to, and you can do as many granny square you want as per the length of your not length the width of your entry doorway. Okay, so this is what I'm first we have to understand how to calculate the foundation chain for this length based on how many squares you want. Okay, so I'll give you an example. My doorway is 30 inch. Okay, so when I do the square, I first do one square and I have measured the diagonal length of it. Okay, if you see, it is 7 inch more or less, right? So what I have to do for 30 inch, I have to do 4 squares, which will be 28 inch. That's it. Okay, so if your doorway is 35 inch, you should do 5 squares, and if you do based on that, you have to measure this square count. I am saying for 4 ply yarn and 6 mm hook. Okay, then only you will be able to get the square of 7 inch. Each square will be 7 inch only when you use 4 ply yarn and 6 mm hook. Okay, so if you are using smaller number of smaller yarn and smaller hook, you have to measure the diagonal length, and you have to calculate the number of squares according to the total length of your doorway. Okay, so this is how I come up with the 4 square for my doorway. Okay, so if I have to do 4 squares for my doorway, okay, this is the pattern. All right, so now I have to find out the number of chains used for this part, right? So I am using the shell iris stitch, which we have already seen, but anyway we'll see now also. So for this, what I have done is each shell, here you see each shell is having 4 stitches. You see here I have skipped 1 2 3 stitches, and in the 4th stitch I am doing the shell. So each shell is 4 stitches, and we have to have one border shell, right? One border shell, so that we'll end up with the double crochet. So what I am doing is, if I wanted to have 4 squares, and each square, if you see, each square will sit in the 5th shell. You see here, I am planning to attach it here. So each square will be having 5 shells in between. So 1 2 3 4, in the 5th cell I am inserting here. So 1 2 3 4, and in the 5th cell I will join here. So based on how many squares you will be having, you will be having how many number of shells in between each. Okay, and in the starting part, in here as well as in here, you will be having 2 and half 2 and half. So totally 5 shells on the end, both the ends, and in between there are 5 shells. So if I have 4 squares, how many shells I should have? 5 10 15, and here 2 and half, and here 2 and half. So I'll be having 20 shells, right? So For 4 squares I will be having 20 shells, and one shell I should have 4 stitches, right? So 20 shell I should have 80 stitches, and we have to have one border stitch, right? So 80 stitch plus one border stitch. So in order to have 81, so this is my total number of stitches I have to have in my first row, right? 81 stitches. So in order to have 81 stitches I have to have 82 chains, so that we will skip one chain in the first row, right? So this is how you will be calculating. So for example, if you are having 5 squares, okay, this is just simple. Don't get confused or panic with all the calculations. It's just simple as that. So 5 squares if you are doing, you need 25 shells, because each square will sit in every fifth shell, right? So 1 square you need 5 shells. So 5 square you need 25 shells. So if one shell is 4 stitches, then 25 shell equal to 100 stitches. So 100 stitches you need to have one border stitch also, right? So 100 plus 1 plus 1. This is for border and this is for turnaround. Okay, so in order to have, okay, you will be having 102 chains for 101 stitches. Alright, this is the calculation we'll be doing. Okay, so I have, for 4 shells I have 20. For 4 squares I have 20 shells here. Okay, don't panic if you have more or less number of stitches. Don't panic, because we can adjust that with the number of stitches we are skipping after each shell. Okay, if finally you found out, okay, you don't have see, I didn't have I missed one of the stitches, so I didn't have three chains to skip. So I have just skipped only 2 stitches, and the shell look perfectly fine. So don't panic, you just, this is just to have an idea on how many stitches you have to have. Okay, so let us see how to make this base. Okay, I'm not going to do this whole complete thing. I'll just do to attach only one square. See, I have done this square to attach it in the middle, so that it will be slightly different, because it is having a different color. So but since I need only 4 squares, I didn't use this square. Okay, but so that like this you can use your own imagination for the color choosing. Choosing color is the best way to enhance your project and give your unique touch. Okay, you can, if you need 6 squares, you can do this set of square and again this set of square, so you can have the middle square in every 3 sets as a different square. Okay, so you can do that also. So I am going to tell you how to do this part, this shell part, for attaching one square. So for one square, how many shells I need? For one square I need 5 shells. So for 5 shells, how many stitches I need? 20 stitch, 20 plus 1 stitch. So I will do 21 stitches. So for 21 stitches I have to have 22 chains, right? So this is very simple. If you are a beginner and if you know only the basic stitches, this is the best project you can do, and it's more simple and elegant. I'm doing this for one of my friends housewarming. Hope he likes it. So yeah. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 for border, 22 for the skip around. Okay, so you all know we will do the chain in the back hump, not in the front loop or back loop. Okay, so do a single crochet all the way, you only have to count the stitches in the first row when you do the first row of shells. Okay, you don't have to do any counting or any count or any memorizing after the first row, because all we are doing is working on the chain spaces, right? So only thing you have to concentrate on the first row. Okay, so I hope you understand the calculation. It's nothing big. I'm just, first we have to, because if we just start doing the length of this doorway and started doing chain, it may have odd number of stitches, odd number of shells, which may not be useful, because one side will be more even though when you attach your square, it won't be evenly spread. So that is why I start with the number of squares, and then according to that length, I have finalized the number of stitches. Okay, and you can join this all the squares by a simple sewing with this yarn needle and yarn. There are many ways to join the square. Okay, so but we don't have to follow any of those. We have a separate tutorial for the tips to join the square, but since it's not a sideway joining, it's just one point joining, you can just sew it up together. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this is how you will start with your own number of chains. And remember, you don't have to panic if you miss few stitches or if you have more number of stitches. It's all can be adjusted when you have to skip the shells. Okay, all you have to do is make sure you have final number of shells what we need to. All right, so here I have my 21 stitches, right? So now chain 3, this will be our first double crochet, and skip the first stitch, that because that we have a double crochet for that, and skip the second stitch and do a shell in the third stitch. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 1. Wherever I say shell, it's nothing but 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Okay, so what I told you, we'll skip 3 stitches and do the shell in the 4th stitch, because we have 2 stitches here and we will be having 2 stitches for the next shell. So in order to adjust that number of stitches, we are skipping that number of stitches from the first row. Okay, so 2 double crochet, chain 1, two double crochet. See, I have skipped a 1, 2, 3 stitch. Now again skip 3 stitches. So this is why I told you we have 4 stitches for each shell. Okay, chain 1, two double crochet, 1, 2, 3, two double crochet, chain 1, two double crochet. So I have 1, 2, 3 stitches. I'll skip my last shell, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Okay, so finally I have 2 stitches. This is what you will be having when you do the right number of stitches. But no, don't worry if you have only 1 or if you have 3 more stitches, we can all skip in that. But usually it will be only one chain, one stitches where we have to skip like from the beginning, and 1 stitch for doing the border stitch. Okay, so do a double crochet in the last stitch. All right, So now I have 1 2 3 4 5 shell, which I expect to do because I can attach the shell in the middle, square in the middle shell. Okay, now what I'm suggesting is always use one row, separate color for each rows. Why I'm saying this is because, see, I have done 2 rows of red, which is seen clearly because of the red yellow row I have done in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to use another color. You can choose whatever color you want. You can choose the same number of colors what you have used for the square for this also. You thought of using this red green only, but I couldn't find it, so I've used yellow. But make sure you are mixing and matching the colors what you have chosen, so that it will be of a same family. Okay, so now I am since this is just a sample, I am just using this color. How to join the new color? Okay, always join in the same side because we are going to use it in the same side. One more reason we are using one color for each row is all the shells will be on the right side. You see here, this is my right side, this is my wrong side. So since I have joined all the colors in the same side, I am having the rows in the right side. So join the new yarn in the top chain of chain 3. Always use both loops. Okay, now join this, do 1 2 3 chains, that will be our first double crochet, then do a shell in the chain space. I told you we don't have to count anything from the second row onwards, right? So chain 2, chain 1, two double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So now again in the next chain space, chain 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So once we have done the first calculation and done the first row of shell, it's as easy as that. Okay, all we are doing is shell in the each chain space. So 1 2, and in the next shell one, and my last shell, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. You can cut this yarn off, but I'll be using this yarn for again, so I haven't cut it. And in the final double crochet, you'll do a double crochet to end this row. You see here, this is what I have done, but for 80 shells in here. Sorry, not 80 shells, oh my god, 20 shells. Okay, you see, so you have to attach another yarn. Usually 5 rows will give you a 5 shell rows will give you a good width of this pattern. So now I have done 1 2 3 4 shell rows. I will do the fifth row now to show you how to do the border, because the edge and all, it's not good, right? So we'll do the border from here all the way till the other end, and on the border row itself we will attach the squares. Okay, so I'll tell you how to do that. All right, so this is what we are going to do. Make sure you have 5 rows of whatever color you have, and make sure you join the color in the same side so that it won't be of wrong side anywhere. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do as a border. Okay, take the same color what you have taken for the first row. Usually it will be white, but you can choose whatever color you want. Okay, start with the slip knot. We are going to do the same shell row as a border row also, and in every chain 1 spaces after every 5th shell, we'll be joining the square, but this border, this side border is a little bit tricky. I will just show you. Okay, start from the first chain where you have done the first slip knot, join the yarn in here. Okay, so make it as a border stitch, which is nothing but 3 double crochet. And then in the first, see, we usually skip 3 stitches, right? So like that we usually do the skipping of 3 chains. Okay, now do the shell in the top chain of the first row where you have joined your second color. Okay, so 1 2 chain 1 1 2. Okay, now skip this second row and join in the starting of third row, because we have to skip 4 stitches, right? So these two and these two will be our 4 stitches. So another shell in the starting of third row by meaning third shell row. Okay, if you consider the single crochet row also, it will be 4th row. Okay, now we have reached the last row. Here, when you may have little doubt when I say 2.5 in the end and 2.5 in the other end. So this is how we'll have a half shell. How is it? I'm doing a whole shell in the top 4th row. So 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. We are doing a shell, but it will be like a corner in the granny square at this point alone. You see, this has become a corner because of the chain 1. So we have only half shell for the top and half shell for the side. So this is why I mentioned 2.5. Okay, so now we have continued from the, we have reached the top end. So we'll join the we'll continue the border row and join the squares. Okay, so first shell done and the second shell is done. So we have done the 2 shells and half shell is already done. So this is a half shell. Half shell is for this side, so I'm saying it as half shell, but it's technically a full shell. So half, 1, 2. So I told you we'll join the square at the after the 2.5 shell, right? So 2 double crochets in, when I'm doing the chain 1, I'll join this square. See, I am taking the top chain, so sorry, top single crochet on the border stitch, and I am doing a chain row, chain in here. See how I joined. I'll show you again. Instead of doing just a chain, I am including the square also in here. So insert and do the chain. You see, now it's joined. So I'll continue my shell now. I have done the chain 1 and now I am doing the 2 double crochet. You see here. So now what I do, I'll do 1 2 3 4 shells, and in the 5th shell I'll join, you see, in the 5th shell I'll join this square also. Okay, let us do that. One, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, now in the 3rd shell As I told, if you have learnt only the basic stitches and you are a beginner, this is the best project you can start and make something for yourself, your home, and for any new housewarming gift. Okay, so this is the fourth shell I'm doing, so I will join the square in my next shell. That is my fifth shell. That is how we have calculated, right? So 1 2 3 4, and in this shell what I'll do, you don't believe how I holding my camera in between my legs, oh my god, to make sure it's the straight. Okay, in the chain one, before I do the chain one, I'll join this square. So this is why we have joined the square first. Okay, so that we don't have to wait to do the border row. Okay, when the squares are joined, we can just add them to the border row just on the go. Okay, and here I will continue the same. After the fourth shell I'll join this square, and after the fourth shell I'll join this square, so it will automatically sit in the 2.5 square. I'll have half shell here, 1 2, I'll join this in here. Okay, so I'll show you how it ends, and we'll together do this side border. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of this shell. Okay, see, I have attached all the 4 squares, and I have attached this square in the after the 2 shells, and finally here we'll do the half shell, that is the border. Okay, so do a shell in the top, double crochet, chain 2, a top. Okay, now again in the third row, which is the third shell row, I'm doing another shell. So here also we'll have a border automatically sitting, corner, and finally here you skip this row, and starting from the first shell row you can do the last shell in here. Always do in the stitch, in the stitch, not in the gap. Okay, then only the shell won't be moving anywhere and it will be in the same stitch. Okay, so finally in the single crochet row, what I'm doing is a final double crochet, just like we started here. We started from chain 3 in this side, right? So we can have this. Okay, in here you can either have a long loop in order to hold this on your door, or you can attach it separately if you want 2 strands to join. I am planning to do it as a 2 strands, so I'll have this, I will end this like this, and I will have a 2 strand of yarns to hold it, hold all the weight. But if you want, you can either have a long chain and a long loop, long loop, and have a, and finally complete the slip stitch like this. Okay, or you can do, you don't have to have any strands or anything, you just complete this as such. If you have done enough length, you can have this as a, you can have the thumbnail in here and then attach it in the door. You see, this is how my door hanging turned out. We call it toran. So try this out. Let me know how it turned out. You can share your pictures in our Facebook group or Facebook page, or you can tag me in Insta as at Ahilu Arts, and share your photo also. Most importantly, please share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Ask them to subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video. So I hope you like this, and hope you will try it out and let me know how it turned out. And I'll meet you at the next video. Thank you. Bye.